But you've also gained an ally? Question mark. Alhindri, the strange elf that you had saved from herself or from possession. What feels like years ago, even though it's just been a couple of weeks, I believe. Yeah, you've visited her in Briarstone Asylum, but that visit turned out to become something, well, different. When she killed two of her guards and then escaped.
No need to leave question marks. She totally did.
Yeah. Well, there are quite a few things off about her, and you probably don't really know what to make of her at this point. But she really likes you. She likes being around you. She says that she can hear the music, I think? The song? What did she say?
Yeah.
Yeah. She hears the music from the three of you. And, well, what bad ever came from music? So, decided to bring her along. Moving around Thrushmoor, you've set up in your room in Thrushmoor. You've spent your first night here already, I believe. We did that last time. And so now starts your first full day in Thrushmoor on, I believe, the next day. Let's go to sunrise. Somewhere in the morning. On the 17th of Chthona in Thrushmoor. The weather is temperate. We have a clear sky outside. The breakfast is okay. And somewhere in this town, there may be some answers for you. So where do you go? What do you do? We don't have to be too specific because, as you see, I don't have a map of Thrushmoor for you. So you can describe what you're going to do in more general terms, if you will.
I think first, I mean, out of character, what's our next step? What's our move?
Well, I guess we ask around about any riders coming into town, and if not, about any strange happenings.
Are we just waiting for the next event?
I guess so. I'm trying not to use my outside local outside of character knowledge here, but
we need to find any clue about this A person.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a bit hesitant to say because I remember that Thrushmoor has various facilities, but Dr. Arronax probably doesn't know that.
I mean, you could roll a knowledge local if you want to.
Well,
to give yourself some
it is
plausible deniability.
well, it is untrained, but I have intelligence +5, so.
Mm-hmm.
Well.
Okay, so you just know the most basic stuff. Well, Thrushmoor is a small town, I believe. Would have to check. And you haven't really heard anything detailed about it. You've probably never made it out here this far. So, yeah, you don't know any particular institutions or organizations or agencies or something like that in town.
Yeah.
But you do get the feeling that, like, as it is often the case in small communities like Thrushmoor, people like to talk. So maybe just asking around, like Sam said, might not be the worst idea.
So yeah, I guess we'll just do that.
I think Emaírel is going to uh, do the rounds of the shops to offload all the junk that we accumulated, the magical junk.
All those pearls of power and +1 weapons.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we'll take that opportunity to chit chat with the
Okay.
traders.
Yeah. All right. How about Geier?
Geier will check the local church and see if there's any records there that might be interested to pursue. Or usually that's where they keep birth records or disease records, or maybe just the town gossip, or at least give that a try.
Okay. And Arronax?
Well, at this point, I think I will leave this to Emaírel, and Arronax himself will also see to local shops to look for ingredients for his portable alchemy lab to restock, and he will spend some time in private, basically rebuilding his extracts. I don't remember if he made a mutagen. He will brew probably new mutagen for. So he will. It will take him at least like 3 to 4 hours to do alchemy stuff.
Okay.
And Emaírel will suggest gently try dragging along Alhindri because he's not comfortable leaving her.
I was gonna say, are you just gonna leave Alhindri to her own devices, and is Alhindri gonna follow one of them in particular, or what's the idea? She gonna follow Emaírel if he invites her?
Yeah, he would follow her. She would follow him around. Although she seems a little upset, expressing that she can't hear the music as well when they're separated.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Then how about people who? So first of all, Sam, as I said, the list that you had, you can sell everything at the regular value.
Mm-hmm.
So you can just get rid of that and take the gold. And then everyone who is actually asking around may roll diplomacy. And yeah, does anybody try anything in particular to improve their diplomacy check, like grease some palms or go about it in a particular way?
Geier will be very Geierish, no, but like, spiritual-ish, very pious and seeking enlightenment. Kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
There you go.
Whoa!
Pharasma smiles upon you.
Look at that. Okay. Nobody else?
Well, Emaírel isn't really the talkative kind.
Mm-hmm. Well, since you're
spending
hauling coins around, maybe
Yeah.
you want to use some of that.
Well, he's not expecting much, but
Mm-hmm. And are you gonna try to like loosen some tongues? Because people are definitely gonna make very overt hints at that they're like, oh, I wish I could remember, but I'm really hungry. Food's expensive these days. That kind of thing.
yeah, sure.
Okay. So how much do you think you want to spend on that?
Let's say 50 GP.
Okay. Okay, that's good. So just the two? All right. Okay, so Emaírel, you learn at least most basic information that you could have possibly hoped for, which is that yes, 2 riders matching the description of Dark Rider came through town a couple of days ago, not too long. So they are not too far ahead of you. But they didn't stay long. Is all that person knows. Geier, you learn a bit more. You learn that those 2 taciturn, dark-cloaked strangers swapped their horses for fresh mounts at the livery stable. At the livery
Library, you
stable.
know? Library.
Livery? I think it's livery.
That sounds like it's for the liver.
And Anthony, your opinion as the only native speaker?
I think it's usually livery.
All right.
Okay.
So
We
they
win this round.
they swapped their horses for fresh mounts at the livery stable. Yeah, just like day before yesterday. And one of them headed out of town down the coast road toward Ilmarsh.
Oh.
The whereabouts of the other rider are unknown. And then following up on that, Geier, you also learn a little bit about Ilmarsh, which is that it's a little swamp town that lies down the coast from Thrushmoor. And its residents are sort of strange folk. Natives of Thrushmoor refer to them as musties, on account of the distinctive unpleasant odor that Ilmarshers carry about them. Like when they explain the smell to you, it kind of does sound familiar. You feel like you've been around that smell before. Yeah, digging some deeper on Ilmarsh, you learn that yeah, using some of the records that you're being allowed to take a look at, you realize that it's just a little fishing and logging town. It's nothing much to speak of, it seems. It doesn't even have a legitimate militia. The records just show that there's a local sheriff and a few half-trained deputies for handling the town drunk or the occasional vandal. There's a note that the House of Undiomede.
Who's that?
House of what? No, what?
House of Undiomede used to rule the town, but that was back before that line died out. So now a mayor runs it, Greedle by name, and he's appointed by the count to make sure that the taxes come in on time. It's pretty much his job. Yeah, so that's all you learn. And
Well, I
that
will.
takes up the better part of the day, I would say.
I'll look for my companions once they're done with their shenanigans.
I wonder if I can try to actually make something, some sort of alchemical thing.
Yeah,
in
sure,
this
you have
day.
a couple of hours.
Because, although I probably shouldn't, because I didn't prepare the alchemical crafting rules. But I remember
Yeah,
that. But
no,
I remember that if I roll pretty high, that I can make it absurdly quickly.
Okay. Maybe we just let's put these hours aside, and you
Yeah,
can
okay,
retroactively have something created in that time. But I
Yeah,
don't want to
okay,
get
let's-
bogged down by the crafting rules right now.
Besides
Okay,
that,
so you can take like 6 hours or so. Yeah, let's say 6 hours. Just write that down somewhere that you have
Just
6 hours
do
of
something
crafting
at the-
spent on something.
there should be
Can probably make like one smoke stick.
yeah,
Yeah, half
and, yeah, and smoke it.
right. You can open one door. All right. So that's that. As you probably at some point in the afternoon circle back to your inn, you get together with your party friend animals, party mates, and
Yeah.
and
Well, Geier has a party
yeah, and
animal.
exchange the information that you've gathered. It's not much.
Well, but apparently there is at least one lead, so...
We're going to the Stinky Hill March.
And yeah, and without Lady Evelyn, I suppose we'll be going there on foot.
It's not that far of a travel. Could be worse.
We can probably hire a coach or something.
Well, we have plenty of funds right now, so I guess we can even buy a coach.
Well, I guess we'll be doing that tomorrow, first thing, unless something else pops up. During the day, would Emaírel be able to locate a wizard around?
What do you want to do?
Someone that can either cast Masterwork Transformation or enchant a weapon.
What's the level of Masterwork Transformation?
I think it's a level 2.
Yeah. You can definitely find somebody who can do that for you.
Okay, I'll mark that out.
Okay.
And can he find someone to do regular enhancement to a weapon?
But that's gonna take some time. It's gonna...
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can definitely find somebody, but what is it? 1 day for every 1,000 in the...
Yep. Which
in
would
the
make
price?
it 2 days for a +1.
Yes. Okay. So you basically hand off your weapon and you can pick it back up in 2 days.
Okay.
Which one is that?
That would be
One
the spear.
Okay. All right. Let me just make a note here. Oh, actually, today is Fire Day, and on Sunday the shops are closed.
Oh.
It'll take until Monday for your spear to be ready.
Too much wasted time.
Mm-hmm.
Enemies are already ahead of us.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Anything else?
Alhindri doesn't have any opinions on the subject.
Yes.
So, anything else you want to do today, or should we just skip ahead to the next day?
While shopping, I don't expect he would find one, but Emaírel would have asked around about any mithril breastplates or just mithril.
Mithril as a raw material, you mean? Or mithril? Or do you? Which one would you actually want? Do you want the mithril, or do you want the mithril breastplate?
Ideally, the mithril breastplate. If not, maybe commission. Like if there's mithril, maybe commission someone to make.
Okay. No, there's a mithril breastplate available.
Oh,
Good.
well, perfect.
How much is that?
I think it is 4,000 GP.
Oh, whoops. That was a little too generous here.
Ah,
The base value of Thrashmoor is just 2,000. It was much cheaper.
Oh, okay.
Thought it was much cheaper. No, sorry. But you can definitely place an order, and then in a week or so, they may have something in store.
okay.
Oh, and my math was off. So actually, today is Oath Day, which means on Saturday you can you can pick up your weapon.
Okay.
Wait, what?
Today is not fire day. Today is oath day, so you can pick up the weapon in 2 days
Okay, in just 2 days.
on
Okay.
on Star Day. Okay. So, anything else people want to do today?
Nope.
All right.
No, I think I'm
Then-
good.
Then you just get to spend another day resting at Thrushmoor's surprisingly comfortable inn. Although at night it gets a little rowdy in the common room. I don't know how people are going to react to that. Are you going to get involved, or are you going to tell them to pipe down, or just going to stay in your room?
We are guests in this town, so people should should be behaving as they see fit. Unless they come to try to assassinate us here in our own rooms, it doesn't concern us.
All right.
I'm back. Sorry.
Yes.
Okay. So the next day, you once again get up early in the morning.
Yep. We prepare things. Well,
Brush, floss.
extract.
Correct. And then you try to make arrangements to get to Elmarsh,
Yeah.
right?
Some
You
arrange
were
for a
talking-
couch.
What?
Arrange for a couch, I guess.
Yeah, I was gonna say you mentioned trying to get a coach, and
Couch.
assuming that you would ask your innkeeper, she would tell you, sort of grumbly, she would tell you, there's no coach service in Thrushmoor. Maybe you can rent some horses at the livery stable.
We grew soft under the ministrations of Lady Evelyn.
Yeah.
We did.
Hey, Emaírel, maybe you can conjure some horses with power of your mind.
I could have if I had studied for that.
I mean,
But unfortunately, mundane roadblocks are going to harass us again.
yeah, probably could prepare some horses beforehand, but yeah, they probably won't last long. And probably Thrushmoor would notice.
So what are you gonna do?
Well, do we have any ranks in ride?
How far is it?
There is
Elmarsh?
Yeah.
It's
Mm-hmm.
20 miles.
If the map is to scale, which
Yeah.
I don't think
Is it to scale?
is necessarily.
I'm trying to figure out travel time. Should be somewhere around here. Oh yeah, a little less than a days of riding or 4 days of walking.
Oof.
But your spear would be ready.
Could we buy a wagon? It doesn't have to be a particularly comfortable one, as long as it's just a wagon pulled by horses.
I told you, all the best you can hope for is to buy or rent a horse or pony. There are no coaches in town.
No, not a coach, just a wagon. The kind of thing of you use to transport hay or piles of manure.
I don't. We can go ahead, ask around. Doubt anyone wants to get rid of their cart.
Well, I guess we'll just have to ride.
The idea of sitting on top of a beast.
Yeah, I'm not
No,
comfortable.
more out of respect for the poor animal that will have to put up with my.
Yeah,
Wait.
I'm not comfortable with animals bigger than myself unless they're under my direct control.
Yeah. Well, Carnus, uh, if it comforts you, but just riding doesn't actually take a check.
Ah,
So you'll
okay.
only get in trouble if there's actual trouble.
Okay. So I guess we'll have to just dismount our horses when the trouble happens and hope they don't run away. All right. Well, I guess we can just try to remember the basics and then let the horses do their job.
Okay, so you want to go get some horses?
Yeah, I suppose so.
All right.
Beats walking anyway.
At the livery stable, you see an old hay wain standing just outside the stable. Its wooden sideboards near bursting with the load of straw that it bears. One of its wheels is missing, and the wagon leans heavily to one side. A bent old man kneels beside the wagon and is struggling to fit a new wheel on the empty axle. He's just grumbling to himself and scratching his head. He's like, "Stupid thing, just I'm supposed to fix that."
Yeah, you doing all right there, friend?
He says and squints at you. And he gets up and he says, "Hey, no, actually, thanks for asking. I could actually use a hand here or two."
I think my friends will be happy to help. I have a bit of a back problem, and I don't think I'd be much assistance, but we have a couple of strapping young lads here. Right, Emaírel? Right, Doctor?
I'm not that kind of doctor. But I guess we can take a look. What seems to trouble you, good sir?
Well, I'm supposed to fix this cart here. I can't even lift it. And if you two or could just, hold on to here and just push it up. Now I'm gonna try to shove this under there so that it stays up. And then I think that'll do it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, I guess we can try. If I drink the extract of Ant's Howl, will that translate into lifting things or just carrying?
Yeah, no, I think that should give you a bonus for sure.
Yeah. Then I think Arronax will actually drink this extract. I will say that I prepared it today because I'm very much over encumbered, and I will drink it. So it will be like for entire day I can carry things.
Okay. So Emaírel and Arronax, we're gonna try to help.
I suppose
Yep,
so.
and Emaírel actually has the muleback cords.
Okay, great. So you both move into position, and you hold on to the cart, and the guy steps behind you and leans over, looks one way, and says, "Yeah, that looks good. Hold on to that, lad. Yep, you too. All right, and now push," he says, and you push it up, and he says, "All right, keep it steady. We're just gonna. All right, almost there." And then he takes off a little I don't know what that's called, a little piece of wood, so that you're just holding basically the entire cart, and if you let go of it, you would probably drop it on your feet. Just a moment, I'm almost there. And he moves around you, and again gives the cart an appraising look, Geier and Alhindri, you can give me a sense motive check.
Sorry, I'm muting myself because I'm eating chips. Sense motive.
Alhindri.
Sense motive. Sorry, I gotta bring. Sense motive.
Okay. All right. So yeah. So you watch this and you're like, oh, this is looks really heavy. You're lucky you're not helping. And then the old man leans in, Emaírel, as if to help you. But then he just whispers in your ear. Can you hear the tyrant whisper? Shink! And he thrusts a dagger into the side of your torso at a very dangerous position, because this guy is a trained assassin.
Damn.
So what happens is that, what happened is that he actually studied you for a little while. That was what the
Okay.
sense motive check was for. That he wasn't actually studying the card; he was studying you. So he gets to do his death attack, which means he is going to do a sneak attack, and if he does damage, then you have to do a fortitude save or die.
Oh boy.
But I'm sure it'll be fine.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
It'll be
So-
fine.
What the hell?
Yeah.
I mean, that's Freshman, baby.
Yes.
It's a hit.
Mhm.
Okay, so that's 7 points of damage. So that's just the regular damage. Then the sneak attack damage goes on top of that. I don't know where the sneak attack damage is here, so I'm just gonna roll it manually. I believe 2d6. And you can roll a fortitude save.
Yeah, and I think
2d6, I'm saying. It's 66.
Okay. Emaírel is going to. Where is it? Where is it? He is going to
I think you can
That's
search.
lucky.
take an immediate action
Mm-hmm.
to get a bonus to the save.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that was really lucky for that damage.
It's Emaírel. Wouldn't expect anything else.
Where is that? Where is that? Okay. So the bonus is in. Let's see. Ooh.
Of course.
Good.
So you don't die. You succeed. So it's just a normal sneak attack. So you take just the 22 points of damage, and then we move to the encounter map. Okay, can everybody see what's?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Can you
Ah,
hover
right.
over his
It's-
token, please, and see what it says? Does it
Yeah, uninjured.
It says uninjured.
nice?
And he also has a creepy little portrait in the corner.
Yeah,
That is really cool.
perfect. Because I don't know if you guys ever played the Baldur's Gate or anything like that, but I installed a module that gives you the NPC's hit point status at these thresholds. So you'll see him
Oh.
being uninjured, barely injured, injured, severely injured, near death, and dead. So you don't get to see the full actual hit points, but you see this general level of hit points. Okay. Now I'm gonna still not totally comfortable with Foundry, so bear with me as I fumble my way through this.
In hindsight, the skull mask should have been a bit of a giveaway.
Oh,
Correct. All right. So we are in initiative order. Are we? Why is it not ordered by initiative? Oh, that was wrong. I should have. I didn't. I never ended the previous encounter. No, I rolled the
Shoot, I
initiative.
never rolled. Hang on. Where's
No,
my...
no, you don't have to roll.
Oh, you're rolling for
Roll.
all of us?
Yes.
Okay.
Ah, okay. No, I don't understand. Oh, that's your AC. That's not your initiative. Okay. So Arronax's turn is up, and Arronax. So like I said, you're holding on to the cart, which makes it kind of awkward. And I will also need a quick perception check, which is just reactive.
okay.
From Arronax only?
Oh yeah, because it's his turn.
Okay.
A skills perception check.
Nice.
31. Very nice. You spot in the hay as you look at your hands in the car to figure out how you're gonna let go of this. You see 2 sets of yellow eyes hidden between the hay. Yeah.
So if I just drop it, what do I risk dropping? Actually dropping it on my feet?
Well, Emaírel is probably can probably keep hold of it.
I mean, you've been literally stabbed in the back. I mean,
Yeah.
I think we both drop it. Well, either way, if I just let go, would something happen?
Well, Emerald is gonna hold on to it
Oh,
still,
oh,
so it's just gonna be heavier for him.
Okay. I guess I will. First of all, well, I will let go. I will take a 5-foot step back because I will yelling, "What the fuck is something inside this hay?" And with my next actual action, I will try to just bomb the fuck out of this guy. Just throw a bomb in his face.
Okay.
Uh,
Roll away.
Okay, I target him, double click right button. Single attack. Oh, I can actually.
I think you don't really need to do the whole targeting thing. You just roll, and then Simon can apply the damage on his side.
I know. I want to make another one. I will just try to full attack him because fuck this guy.
Boom.
What happened?
That's a couple of dice.
Are those enough dice? Are you sure?
All right, let's see. So the first bomb is a 13, which is a hit. So I'm gonna up, and then what's the 28 here? That's the splash.
I
that
think
is
it's
total
just a
damage,
damage.
yeah. So and he doesn't get to save. So I'm just gonna apply the damage, and then the second bomb is a regular hit because it's not confirmed. So I'm just going to apply the regular damage too, and that's it. On direct hit, target catches on fire. So he is now. First of all, he's already down and dying.
And now I need to tick down my bombs, not to forget.
So that was just a short-lived attack, but he got to be part of this story. Alhindri, your turn.
Well, I don't even know what to do now. I also, is there some way I can see my initiative result, like what I actually
I
rolled?
think if you check the combat tracker, you should.
Oh,
You can pop out the combat tracker if you right-click the little fist
tables,
icon.
journal. The fist icon is the combat tracker. Okay.
Yes. And if you right-click the fist, then the combat tracker
Right,
pops
it pops out for you. Great. Okay. She is kind of a little bit spacey and in her own world. So she at first didn't even notice that the stab happened, but the explosion certainly woke her up, and so she's actually staggered this round.
All right. So
And all she's going to do is walk over to check on Emarél.
Okay.
Wait, there we go.
How did that go again with the waypoints? I forgot how that works.
Hold control after you've started to click and drag, and then you can click waypoints, and then hit space to execute.
Right. Okay, thank you. All right. The next thing that happens is that from the cart, 2 creatures suddenly burst forth, and they are clearly undead, blue-skinned, and long tongues, breath that smells like the grave. And they are going to attack. Well, sorry. Should have left this one in the cart for now because they don't have the same initiative. So this one jumps out as a move action, and then gets...
Is it normal that we don't see them on the tracker?
Yes, because they were not visible to you. Now they
Okay.
are. Yeah. And he's going to jump out as a move action, and then he's going to attack Alhindri.
Great. So glad I moved over there.
Not sure how I can... How does the targeting work? Ah, I think I got it. And then he attacks with the cool little hut thing. Womp, womp, womp. Attacks. Claws. Single attack. And it's a 17 to hit against your flat-footed AC.
My flat-footed. I'm flat-footed. I take it because I didn't know it was in there, or
Yes.
okay. Flat-footed. Oh god, still gotta find where everything is on the sheet. Flat-footed. Yeah, that's a hit.
Okay. Then I think you can just click your token and click apply in the roll that I made.
I see. Yes. Although, as the thing lashes out with its claws, despite her kind of thin and frail form, it will find that Alhindri is tougher than it expected. Because, as you may recall, Simon, she has damage resistance.
Oh.
So, I guess I can apply half. Oh, look, there's a button for it. That's cool.
Yeah. Nice.
In this case, I can apply exactly half, but it
Right.
doesn't always
Right.
work that way.
Yeah. I wonder if, because here the damage is untyped, but I wonder if it had a type, if it would actually work with the damage reduction. That would be cool. But probably not. It's too complicated. Geier, your turn.
It's just adding my spells. And let's give this new one a whirl.
Wait, I think it would have applied it because I'm still showing up as uninjured, which means I think it completely reduced.
No, you have 40.
Oh, there it is. I see.
But still within some hit points, you still count as uninjured.
Oh, okay, got it. It's weird.
Fumbling in his component pouch. Geier produces this little squiggly thing and starts messing around with it, muttering under his breath as this field of rubbery black tentacles appear and are reaching for this guy.
Black tentacles. Oh. Going all in, huh? So what's the area of effect here?
It is 20 feet radius, but I'm, try to be careful not to get my friends.
Yeah, so where do you want it?
Yeah, that's about right. That's the only one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is actually about right. Look at that. Okay, so
If the tank is succeeding grappling a foe, that foe takes 1d6 plus 4 points of damage and gains the grapple condition.
okay, where's the damage?
I think it's not rolled.
I have to roll manually, right?
I guess so.
Can I not just click it?
I think it recognizes double brackets like Roll20,
Yeah.
so you can double bracket the damage in the description.
I just dragged and dropped it, but I think I want to have to edit it, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
But for now, you can just roll 1d6 plus
Yeah.
4.
six plus what?
10.
Good.
10 damaged, and it is grappled.
Okay. And it's grappled. Conditions. There are conditions. Anything's grappled.
It's
Looks
well,
like grappled.
if it's like the PC sheet, it's under buffs.
Mm-hmm. There it is. Yeah, thank you. I was actually looking at the token, but this was also helpful. Okay. That was Geier. Emarél.
Emaírel is going to let go of the cart.
Yeah, it's gonna crash down. Give me a
Yeah.
reflex save.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, it crashes down hard, but you jump out of its way before it hits the ground.
And with I don't know, would that be like free action?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And so with his standard and move action, he's going to draw out his shield.
Mm-hmm.
I always forget what sort of action. Can he do both shield and sword?
I think that's 2 moves. So yeah.
Okay.
What kind of shield is it?
It's a heavy.
That takes more than a move action. So you would draw it as a move, and then you would have to actually, fix it to your arm
Attach it. Okay.
as another action.
Okay. In
So
that
you're
case, he's going to draw just the sword as a standard, but he would need 2 hands to attach the shield, right?
But yeah, I guess so. Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, he's gonna do that. He's gonna draw and attach his shield.
Okay, so no weapon, but the shield is usable.
It's still a weapon.
Yeah, right. Everything is a weapon in his hand.
Mhm.
Okay, next, another ghoul jumps out of the cart. And this one is going to try to attack the doctor. Using his bite for a change. 17 against your... No,
Well,
you actually saw them, so just
yeah.
your regular AC.
And my regular AC is 18, I believe, so...
Alright, so you nimbly dodge his
Yeah,
large lunging attack.
more like miraculously dodge.
Okay, how long is are these black tentacles gonna stick around for?
One round per
per
level.
Okay, let's just so I practice this. This is the Black Tentacles. And that started on Geier's turn, so it should have initiative 15. And that's that. We're not going to remove the template. No. It's going to stick around for how many rounds now? 8?
Yeah.
Okay, well, since I was almost beaten by a ghoul, Arronax will once again take it, slide away, like with mildly panicked yelp, and take a flask from his bandolier and try to throw it into his head. So yelling like, "Begone, foul beast!" And I will drop a holy water at him. It will be, I believe, it will be a move to draw and action to throw it.
Mm-hmm.
Single attack, normal. Yeah, I think I hit.
Okay. 28 is definitely a hit, and that's 9 points of damage, correct?
Yes, I believe so.
All
Oh,
right.
well, it's unless you say I should add my intelligence bonus to it, because that's just 2d4 rolled. No, it is.
No, it is 2d4 plus 5.
Yeah, it is. Sorry.
Yeah. No, that's correct.
Everything is correct.
Okay, then, oops, Alhindri.
I'm not actually 100% sure about this. Can I make a knowledge check against this creature?
Knowledge religion.
Probably won't go great. I'm not trained in it. Hang on, gotta make it roll.
Nope, did not go great.
Yeah. So she knows very little about this thing, but she will.
She probably only knows that it's undead. That would be it. Because that's
Right.
fairly obvious.
But she doesn't necessarily know what that means in terms of its traits
No.
and such.
No.
She's going to try to lash out at it with her hand in what is just an unarmed strike
Hey.
as she tries to push it away from her,
Mhm.
saying, "I don't like your song." Let's see if this macro works.
Well, we heard something.
That was me.
Ah,
It's an
Oh.
18 to hit.
That is a hit. And then what happens?
I don't know how much damage the unarmed strike does, but if this thing can be affected by negative levels, then it is.
well, I mean, it is undead.
I don't know.
I'm gonna have to double check on undead traits, but I'm.
That's
pretty
why I
sure-
was like, I'm not actually sure. I would have to look at the undead traits, but I don't want to meta game. And
Yeah. No,
Did you
I-
just buff this thing?
Not subject to ability drain or energy drain. Yep.
well, then that was an
No, it
energy
just kinda-
drain attack.
It just kind of looks at you, at her confusedly, and looks at her hand touching it. Probably hasn't been touched voluntarily by a living creature in a long time. It just looks at her, and then it licks its lips with its unnaturally long tongue, and it looks at Alhindri and goes, "I'm gonna break your bones open and drink your marrow."
Cool.
well,
And does she? Let's see. What does an unarmed strike deal for damage normally?
1d3 plus strength, I think.
I realize
If
it
you don't-
probably has to include that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The macro doesn't have that, but I'll just roll it. I don't think my strength is. Wait, I can just make like a. No, there's no generic unarmed strike unless I put it in. Okay. God, hang on one second. My strength score it's -2, so it's 1d3 -2.
And I believe it's non-lethal if you're not trained.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, it's. So she tries to shove it away, and then she will take a 5-foot step back.
Okay, yeah. They're immune to non-lethal damage, of course, too. So
Yeah.
it really is just
It's
like
really she really is just pushing at it.
yeah, and then takes a 5-foot step away from it, and it is gonna try to move out of the embrace of the black tentacles.
Actually, I guess
Well,
she'd probably move.
Which how does
back
that work?
straight away?
Okay, so it's grappled each round at the beginning of your turn, including the round that Black Tentacles is cast. Creatures that enter the area of effect are also automatically attacked. The tentacles cannot provoke. Blah, blah. If the tentacles succeed in grappling a foe, that foe takes points of damage. Done. Grappled opponents cannot move without first breaking the grapple. All other movement is prohibited unless the creature breaks it. It's a +1 made against opponents it is already grappling, but cannot move for it. Alright, so it's gonna try to break free with an opposed grapple check. And Alejandro, I'm gonna need you to
Bring it.
roll. I'm gonna need you to roll. No, it's not an opposed grapple. The CMD of Black Tentacles for the purposes of escaping the grapple is equal to 10 plus its CMB. And its CMB is your caster level +4, +1, +5 because it's already grappling it. So it's 10 plus your caster level, which is what right now for that spell?
9?
9.
9?
9.
So, what
9.
so it's 19, 999. It's 19 plus 10, which is 29. Yeah, well, good luck with that. There's a CMB. No, did not roll a 23, so did not break free. So it's just standing there, get in this like tightly clinched by the black tentacle. It's just make a turn. Make a turn. That's its turn. Geier.
It deals an additional 1d6 plus 4 damage each round. That black thing.
At the beginning of your turn.
Ah, right.
Oh,
Okay,
which
at
is
the
right now.
beginning of my turn.
Yes. So everyone is grappling within the turn. Wait.
So first I just roll the damage. Okay.
26 plus 4. No,
And-
wait. You do need to roll a grapple check first.
Do I?
Yeah, each round that Black
Grapple,
Tentacle succeeds on a grapple check, it deals an additional 1d6 plus 4 points of damage.
Ah, but the Black Tentacle spell receives a +5 bonus on grapple checks made
Right.
against the opponent if it's
Yep.
already grappling.
Yep. So you have plus 19 on your CMB. That is enough. So you
You're not
did
going anywhere.
6 points of damage.
Do these creatures, do they seem sentient? Or, like, intelligent enough to ask them a few questions?
Well, it was intelligent enough to talk.
Okay. Then
Seems kind of feral, but definitely able to talk.
I want to cast Sleep on the other one, on the barely injured one.
You sure about that?
Yeah. I mean, now that you... now that you ask me, no, I'm not, but I already cast it.
Okay, well, they have too many hit die, and they're immune to sleep because they're dead.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, I was kind of hoping to put one down so we could ask questions, but why is this not working? Never mind, bloody sand. It's just dirt.
Move action?
Move action. No, I'm alright here.
Okay, Emaírel.
Is going to move in while drawing his sword
Mm-hmm.
and attack this creature.
Okay. 18 is exactly enough, and you cause 13 points of damage, which I will apply to it. And yeah, good hit. Definitely a brutal slash, but the undead creature doesn't even bleed. There's just flesh hanging off of its frame now. That was your turn.
I think I have something up there. There should be like an extra 2 points of damage there from. Oh no! That's correct. No.
Okay. So then its turn comes up, and it's going to do a full attack, which means 1 bite and 2 claws. And 1 bite.
Emaírel is actually from Kionin.
Mm-hmm.
17 to hit. It's a miss.
That's a
I
miss.
assume. Okay, and then it's going to try its claws. Full attack. 25 and 27.
The 27 hits.
Just got to check that I'm rolling with the right modifiers, but it looks like that's correct. Yeah. Sorry, what was that? Which one?
The 27.
27 hits, so you can apply the 5 points of damage from the claw, and I will need a fortitude save.
And a save.
So they're the kind who can affect elves.
That is true. And especially not elves that roll high fortitude saves. So you're unaffected by any ill effects they might otherwise have. Doctor.
Okay. So I see holy water didn't do much, so I suppose I will just try to bomb him. Where is this? A second. Here's the ruler. Wait. No, wait, shit. No, it's minimap. No, not the minimap. There it is. Delete. 15 feet. It splash damage won't reach. Well, still, I will throw a normal bomb at this guy. While Emaírel tries to kill him. Bombs. A single attack.
Okay. Boom. Boom. That's 27 is of course a hit, so it's full damage. Boom. And that ghoul gets blasted to smithereens.
Nice.
Alhindri.
Will be casting a spell upon herself, which takes the entire round. She seems to be like wincing away from something that she hears coming off of the ghoul, and she kind of starts loudly humming her own melody, as if she was trying to cover over whatever she's hearing. And as she does so, she casts why can't I make this? Oh, casts left, I see. To fix that. Sorry, new sheet. All that.
Or it's new for all of us.
She will cast this upon herself.
Infernal healing. Okay.
And she will, I believe, starting next round, begin to recover hit points. But otherwise, she stays put right where she is.
So does she have
hell is
devil's blood or unholy water on her at all times?
Does Issue Materials
Yeah.
cover that?
Yeah.
Okay, then
yeah.
she's good.
All right.
When she's kinda evil, but
Wow.
Only if you use Detect Evil on her.
Only if you're into morals and stuff.
Which is kind of odd, by the way, because I believe Celestial healing also requires a blood of Celestial, but getting the blood of Celestial is definitely more evil act than getting the blood of a devil.
Yeah. That's her round, so she's done.
Okay. Then it's Fool's turn. And he will, well, doesn't really have much of a choice. There we go. Doesn't really have much of a choice, so he's just gonna try to break free again. 21 is again not a 29, so he's just gonna grow more and more annoyed by the by being restrained like that.
There is no
And
escaping.
They made a mistake of ambushing adventurers right in the morning when they can go Nova with their abilities.
Geier.
So first the damage, 8 damage.
Well, first the combat maneuver check just for just to follow a protocol here. And yes, a 33 is enough. And then what did you say is 8 points?
8 points of damage.
Points of damage. Okay. 8 points of damage.
And then I'm going to magic missile. Why is it not? I thought I.
Shung, 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 shung.
I thought it would roll the damage automatically again, but apparently not.
No, you have to edit the description so that
Yeah.
you put brackets around the dice.
So how many are them this time? For every 2 caster level be on first, you get an additional missile.
Could be 5 at 9th level.
5d4 plus 1.
Nope, plus 5, but that's okay.
Oh, right, yeah.
19. Shoo, 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 shoo.
Tentacle
just-
grapple it. This energy just plumets into the creature.
And you just riddle the ghoul with magic missile holes. And it goes. And then gets just squished by the black tentacle. And goes down. That's it.
Mhm.
End of combat.
Oh,
Hey, we're getting better at this.
Yes.
Even though they got the drop on us.
Yeah, the assassin attack, I mean, that could have really gone both ways.
That could have gotten really bad.
Yeah.
Yep.
And here we were being all friendly. Oh, sir, let's help you with your card.
That was probably my only opportunity to kill Emaírel for a long time.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I will give Emaírel something to drink. I will. Well, he wasn't too badly injured, but I will give him 1 cure moderate wounds.
I knew we should be worried that you started playing Hitman too.
It didn't roll. It didn't roll.
Yep. 2d8 plus. No.
Plus 8.
9.
No, plus 8.
Oh, the alchemist level, yeah.
Yeah. The Master Chemist doesn't stack just yet. It will.
Ah.
It only stacks for bombs.
Thank you.
I just realized something. I have no use for the well, I shouldn't be using the studded leather that I took from the party because I am not a not a psychic caster anymore. I'm an arcane one, which means I shouldn't be wearing armor at all, really.
Well, it has
Well,
this
look at
arcane,
that.
yeah, arcane spell failure in big letters now here, so we'll make use of that.
Let me roll to see if I actually was able to finish casting that spell. Oh, well, yeah, I guess I'm fine. But I will I will take that off of my sheet and instead she will dance a little bit. Dance some mage armor into being because I completely forgot I took that spell for a reason.
Okay.
Uh,
So you learn something new about her.
Yes. Yeah.
and our assassin, does he provide any clues?
Well, he's wearing a +1 mithril shirt,
Well,
Would you look at that?
and the dagger he used to stab you is a +2 dagger.
Oh,
He was also hidden in his cloak. He had 2 more masterwork daggers.
but the main question, can he actually sell us horses?
Well, not anymore.
Yeah. It's unfortunate. Oh, wait, I mean, you mean I...
But you do hear horses from the stable. You hear the whinnying and
Yeah.
like the stable sounds.
Oh,
So,
wait,
yeah.
actually, I kind of don't really want to kill him because, well, if Arronax will try to... If he is not completely dead, he will try to stabilize him at least.
That is too late at this point.
That is very unfortunate.
Yeah, he went down with -11 and then just bled out. Okay, so he still has a potion of Shield of Faith +4 on him.
Whoa.
Because he didn't actually get to use that. He also has has 4 little vials with a sticky-looking kind of greenish liquid. Not magic. Not necessarily on him, but somewhere around the livery stable he has a disguise kit.
Mm-hmm.
And definitely on him he has a small ceramic egg. It's looks like some sort of good luck charm.
Take
Yeah.
a look at that.
Does that
Also,
look magic?
wait before we get into that. Also, some thieves' tools, regular thieves' tools, and 20 platinum pieces.
Aye.
Could I try to figure out what the egg is about with a Praise or Arcana? Or something else?
Well, we can start with a perception check.
It will try to take over your mind, isn't it?
Why are you always so paranoid?
Hey, Geier and Emaírel, you pass the egg back and forth, and you both realize that there's a hidden seam around the center, like the equator of the egg.
Emaírel, look at that. Give it a twist. I think you can.
Give me a disable device check, because just twisting it doesn't seem to do it. Seems to be more intricate than that.
You want to give it a try? I'm afraid I'm going to damage it. Not by sheer force, but by sheer incompetence.
Doctor, maybe?
Aye. So, okay, let me see. So, what did you say? Skills. Sleight of hand?
Disable device.
Disable device.
Disable device. Well, okay, let's see.
The armor was a chain shirt?
Mithril chain shirt. Mithril shirt, it says. +1 mithril shirt.
Just shirt.
Yeah, I don't know. I assume it's a chain shirt. I don't think it's like a t-shirt.
Well, it's usually portrayed as a chain T-shirt.
Right. What was your roll?
26.
26. Okay. Yeah, so you fiddle with it a little bit, and it's like you kind of have to push and twist and then let go and twist a little bit more, and it's like this combination of twists and turns. And you finally manage to open the egg along this seam, and inside you find a carving of a gagged human skull
Ugh,
concealed in the interior.
figures. I will. Arronax will like look at it and distastefully drop it on the ground. Well, he did.
What the hell is that?
Yeah, well, he didn't make his allegiance secret to us anymore. Anyhow. All right.
But a gagged skull. Have we seen this before?
Well, yes, it is a symbol of the Whispering Way. We found it several times.
Well, that must mean our friend A still thinks us a threat and is paying close attention.
Yes. Well, however, I'm a bit disturbed right now because I have caused at least 3 very loud explosions here near this very wooden straw-filled cart. We need to prepare to answer some questions because people will probably start arriving at the scene right now.
As long as they're not arriving with pitchforks and torches again.
Also, we probably should find someone who can actually, well, lend us some horses without stealing them, and get out of here.
Does anybody show up? The local law enforcement?
Hey, are you asking for it?
Well, we
We're
are
just expecting something to happen.
yeah, we are spending at least like 10 or something minutes while we are ruffling through his pockets and searching the premises. So there is enough time for someone to notice the commotion.
Yeah. So somebody's gonna come and walk past and notice it, and then run off to like get law enforcement. And if you're hanging around waiting for that to happen, which I assume you do, then eventually a dark-haired lady walks onto the scene. Like long black hair, rather young, kind of pale looking skin, and wearing a leather coat against the freezing cold of today. And she walks onto the scene, looks at the assassin on the floor with her hands buried in her pockets. Looks at the 4 of you, and she says, "The name's Winter. I'm with the Sleepless Agency in town. What happened here?"
If nobody stops me, I'll gonna tell her the truth.
Yeah, he tried to stab me.
Yeah, I mean,
Just wanted a cart.
yeah.
And like you show her the wound and stuff, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
like hello, good woman Winter, sir. Well, there has been an assassination attempt at our good friend Emaírel. We were literally stabbed in the back and defended ourselves vigorously from these. Yeah, again, Arronax will like lift a ghoul like, with these undead things. Yeah, from these undead things.
All right. So you explain all of that to her, and she listens intently and looks at the wound, looks at the knife on the floor, assuming that you haven't already bagged that.
Not yet.
Um,
I suppose. I don't know.
And and the ghouls and the whole scene. She says, "Okay, yeah, the story makes sense." Uh,
Did
but
he live here long?
uh, well, he has been living here for a couple of years at least.
Oh,
He job at the livery stable. Well, there was an accident, and then he took over. I guess now that we should go back and look into whether or not that actually was an accident, shouldn't we?
yeah.
Anyway, glad you lot are all right. You seem to be capable of handling yourselves. I'll have somebody come and pick up the bodies. You stay out of trouble, okay?
Well,
Thrushmoor is a peaceful town. We'd like to
Mhm.
keep it that way.
We were just trying to make our way out of
Yeah.
town.
so yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Alhindri, who's been kind of quietly in the back, speaks up and says, "Are you tired?"
And she raises an eyebrow, looks at Alhindri, and she says, "What makes you think that?"
You said you were sleepless.
Oh. She says, "No, no. But don't worry. The agency always keeps a watchful eye out for you." And then she like pops up the collar of her coat, pulls it tight against the little gusts of wind, and walks off.
Uh,
And as
um,
wait, as she walks away, Emaírel, you kind of watch her go, a little bit confused what to do next. Like still the rush of almost getting killed coursing through your veins. And then all of a sudden your thoughts sort of coalesce into a message. And you like you hear these words in your head. And let me show you. Here we go. I believe share with all is the right thing. And the words go, "Pardon me, could you comment on the assassin's effectiveness? I'm considering reanimating him, and I'd like to know if it would be worth the expense."
Yeah, well, I guess
We should tell her she should choose her help more carefully.
The voice you hear, Emaírel, is actually a voice. Like, it's not your own voice that you hear in your head. It is somebody's voice. And it does seem familiar.
I assume that Emaírel would be familiar with things like sending and all that.
Yes. And you would know that sending lets you send only a particular number of words with a message, but then you also get to respond with a message right after.
Emaírel is going to respond.
It's 25 words or less,
Well, he used one.
140 characters.
I mean, he used one.
Oh, meh. Is that all right? Okay, yeah, you don't receive any further responses, but the voice kind of just like it. You just can't shake the sound of it. It's like you've heard it before, but you can't quite place it. So you're not terribly familiar with it. You don't feel like it's somebody close to you or anything like it, but you do feel like you've heard somebody with that
And,
kind of voice before.
and it's about the voice itself and not just the words.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
he's not feeling it familiar because
It's
it's
like
the same.
no, it's the voice, the cadence, like the you've heard, you must have been somewhere where that person was. Maybe not talking to that person directly, but you've heard the voice. It's just kind of this feeling that I know that from somewhere.
And well, he's going to share that with the party, and I guess we're going to make the assumption that this is A.
Uh-huh. This person starts to really disturb me right by this point.
A for annoying.
Well, he did say that he was going to go after us if we didn't stop, so we were warned.
I will research some extracts to prevent these things from happening again. And one would think that with having Lady Evelyn with us, we would be used to mental intrusions by this point, but this one is crossing some limits at least.
I don't like the feeling that we're being constantly watched and needing to watch our backs.
What was the agency?
The sleepless
Sleepless agency.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
The sleepless agency.
Sleepless agency. Okay.
What she called it. You can give me a knowledge local check if you want to
Yeah.
see if that rings a bell.
That was the thing that I remembered from our Strange Eons game. So
Sleepless agency. Well, they are known not just in Thrushmoor, but actually all over Ustalav. But their headquarters is in Thrushmoor. They are a private company that provides discreet security and investigative services across all of not just Ustalav, but actually Avestan.
This is the first we hear of them.
Yeah.
They must be very effective.
discreet.
Like, would they be hired by the city to act as sheriffs? If they showed up?
That might make sense that they would, like, especially with crimes like this, like doing the investigations where it's not just about arresting the town drunk. That does make sense.
Okay. Well, if we don't have any other explanations to provide to officials, we should be on our way.
So yeah. So now that we sort of permanently removed the stable master, like, how do we do about the horses?
Well, like I said, there are a couple of horses inside.
I guess we just
Is there an apprentice or anything?
No, nothing like that. If you go inside, you find that there are two pale mounts that are apparently still recovering from some journey not too long ago. But there are also a couple of rested piebalds that are just waiting for the next trip and happily munching on their hay.
I'm not gonna just grab the horses. Is there anyone we can talk to at all?
Nope. No, he lived alone just with his ghoul buddies.
yeah. Well, the ghouls were his assistants, I guess. Well, so, but there is 2 horses and there's 4 of us. Well,
No, there are more horses. There are 2 horses that are recovering.
Ah.
There's a horse for each of you
Oh, that's fine.
that are fresh.
Should we go, or maybe should we stay in this thing?
Well, we can at least leave a note and some gold pieces to.
No, I meant about the accident that caused the change in stable master.
Oh. Leave a note.
But we do have a rider to catch. I don't know.
Yeah, I think they all. I think the detectives can take care of that. It's their job, and well, we have our own.
Well, I guess let's grab the horses.
Yeah. I mean, how much the horses are go by nowadays? Like 10 gold piece?
Buying a horse, you mean?
Yes.
Question. Animals.
I mean, I think the guy we would be buying them from is dead,
Yeah.
and I think
not-
you've more than earned them with a stab in the torso.
So they would be 75 gold pieces for a light uncombat trained horse, which these would be.
Well, I guess let's just grab them and go.
Fine. Like, this is so improper, but
Alhindri, for her part, will not take a horse.
You will not, you say?
No.
Okay. So you lead the 3 horses out of their stable, and the livery stable conveniently is placed outside or on the outskirts of town near the main road that passes by. But that actually means you're on the wrong side of town because the way to Ilmarsh is on the far side, leading east and around, following the coast. So, yeah, the quickest way would still be to just circle around town, just so I assume that's what you're going to do.
well, I mean, it's not that big of a town.
That's true. So, yeah, as you...
I guess we do.
As you-
We need to pick up our supplies from the tavern, I guess, so we don't starve
right,
on
yeah.
our way.
Okay.
And
Okay. So as you make your way through town then, it's probably better done on foot. And then once you get to the far side of town, you saddle up and you're ready yourselves. But Alhindri still has not made any indication of how she intends to travel.
I guess it would. Let me guess, it would be some sort of super unsettling Eldritch shit.
Well, what does she do? So is she just gonna double up with somebody?
When you get to the edge of town, ready to depart. In fact, probably once you're a short distance from town, so it's kind of out of easy sight, she will look at the others and she'll say, "I'm going to call Doggy. Don't be scared. He's nice.
Oh, wait, what?
Doggy.
Can it
He
fit
and
in
I
a,
will dance all the way to Ilmarsh."
Can your doggy fit in a bottle?
She says, "No. He comes out of the corner." And she looks around a little bit and she kind of realizes, oh, we're outside. There are no corners here. And she thinks for a moment and says, "Ah!" And she'll put her feet together, heel to heel, and kind of put them at a 90-degree angle. So she almost forms a little corner with her feet. She says, "Here, doggy, doggy, doggy. Let's dance now." And as she does that, you see that there's a shadow that begins to appear in the corner where her 2 feet meet each other in the ground. And that shadow seems to grow and take on shape and have a form to it as some sort of beast made of these spectral shadows forms.
Jeebus.
Yeah.
Some people don't like doggy. They get scared.
Can't imagine why.
Not that I am surprised at that. By any chance, does either forehead of Doggy or Alhindri glow with some sort of eldritch rune?
No.
Suspicious again.
And she will kind of climb up onto Doggy's back, although it's weird because it is made of mist and it doesn't seem to be completely solid, so she it's almost like part of her kind of dissipates into it. So it kind of looks like she's riding on top of it, and it kind of looks like she's half sticking out of it as she mounts up.
Yeah, and you people didn't want to ride in Gisel's shadow carriage.
No, that was other people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
All right.
I hope our horses are not spooked by Doggy.
Oh yeah, that's a fair point.
They will probably get pretty freaked by.
Do they have 6 or less hit die?
The horses, for sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
They technically have to make will saves.
All right,
Can I-
let's give them will save.
Can I handle animal them? Because I have
Oh
handle
yeah,
animal.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I have handle animal
you
plus
can
12
handle them,
and some
but-
apples.
That'll give them a bonus.
Come on, roll. Oh, come on. I mean, I have handle animal plus 12 and I roll a 3.
Oh man. Well, but that's still not bad, so I'll give you that bonus. Well, somebody's horse is about to bolt. Where can I? No, that was wrong. Still getting used to controls here. Yep. Okay, Emaírel, give me a ride check.
Yay.
Roll of fate.
Right. Let's see.
Nine.
Oh no.
So,
You third.
yeah, that's not gonna be enough. So the horse gets spooked by Doggy and just starts to bolt down. At least it's going in the right direction. But yeah, it's gonna keep running for quite some time. You try your best to stay in the saddle, which is actually just a DC 5, so that's okay. But you fail to get it to halt anytime soon. So it's just gonna run for a while until it feels safe again. The other 2 horses are also going to bolt. So Geier and the doctor also, please give me right checks.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Goodbye, Alhindri. It's nice knowing you.
no. What have I done?
Oh wow.
What the hell? Geier is proving to be much more competent with horses than even he would have thought.
Mhm.
Horses are kind of like dead things.
Okay,
You can
so
apply the same rules.
let me just paint the entire scene for you.
Oh,
So Alhindri, everybody is on their horses. Arronax is already barely holding on to the back of his horse, and Alhindri says, I guess I'm gonna call Doggy. Some people don't like Doggy. And then this thing manifests with her on its back, and the 3 horses just lose their shit, literally almost.
But even Geier's?
Oh, yeah.
Wait. 2 of them just start to run bolting off into the distance. Emaírel at least manages to gracefully stay in the saddle, while the doctor falls off the side of his horse, gets dragged for a while until his foot finally comes loose from the what's it, the thing that you use to mount a horse.
Ah, shit, I forgot.
And
Stirrup.
yeah,
Yeah,
from the stirrup.
Yeah.
Taking a couple of
I-
points of damage.
Is that -6 correct on your check?
Yeah, that's his armor check penalty.
Yes, armor check penalty,
So you-
encumbrance penalty.
So you take 5 points of damage, and Geier, your horse is about to run too, and maybe even starts, but you just, however,
Okay,
you
we'll
manage
have
to do
none
it,
of that. Come on.
Well, you
We
just-
have no time for this silliness.
Yeah. You yank its. God, I'm so bad with horse vocabulary. It's reins,
Reins.
and you manage to just bring it to a halt fairly quickly. And then
Yep, that's a
like,
fair assessment, Doctor.
a couple of yards away from Alhindri, who sits on the floats somewhere between inside and on the back of Doggy, and just kind of smiles in your general direction. Wonderful.
She calls out, "I'm sorry. Doggy didn't mean it."
This woman will be an end of us. Like, and so, like, as Arronax will rise from the prone condition, I guess, I will use one of my spontaneous regeneration abilities to just heal back those 5 points. So as his like wounds and bruises just start to vanish from him, and he will like take a deep sigh, look wistfully on the horizon where his horse and Emaírel are vanishing, and he like just start walking there like. My abilities, features.
So since Doctor has a +12, I think, on handle animal, so since this was kind of sprung on both you and the horses, so this didn't take a good end. But once you're aware of what's happening, and you can take 10 on your check, which would be +12.
Yeah, 22.
Getting to 22, I think you can manage to get the horses to at least not run at the sight of Doggy. You'll probably want to keep your distance, but at least it'll make it possible for you to travel with.
As long as they're further than 30 feet away, they're outside of the aura, and the aura effect is only a shaken effect technically as well.
Okay.
So
yeah. All right, so that's what's gonna happen. Like, you're just gonna always be something like 40 feet safe distance away from Doggy, and the horses will make sure that they don't get closer. And every time you want to get closer, they like shy away. And yeah.
Alhindri looks kind of sad that she has to stay away from everyone else, but she'll hang back.
But she has Doggy at least. All right, and so you travel for the better part of the day, and so it's 10 in the morning. Assuming you're gonna travel, as like you're gonna push to get to Elmarsh, or are you gonna set up camp once the light goes dim, and then head on out next morning again?
Does it look like we'll make it before sundown or before it gets too late?
You wouldn't make it before sundown. You would probably make it like sometime closer to midnight if you were to push through.
Don't like the idea of camping, but I also don't like the idea of riding through the night. It's a good way to get yourself killed.
Before pushing on.
Okay, well, I guess let's try doing that. I think I can take it.
Yeah?
Well, hopefully our horses can take it too, but I mean, they'll get rest once we get there.
Okay. So you get into this area, the environs of Ilmarsh, pretty late at night. 10:30.
We probably will want to stop outside Ilmash for a moment for the doggy to get out, to get rid of it.
Right.
We don't want to.
Well, we're
ride
not
them.
in Ilmarsh yet. So you're getting to the environs of Ilmarsh pretty late at night. And what's making it worse is that there is actually a storm that has been steadily gathering for the last hour and is now in full blast. It's like lightning striking over Avalon Bay, raining down hard. It's pretty windy, and as you push onward, you happen upon on this place which is marked as A here. I don't know if you can actually see it now that it's dark.
Mm-mm. Oh, yeah.
So you get to this place, which is just outside of Ilmarsh, pretty much, and there's a single stone quay that extends out into the lake's wind-tossed surf. And it forms a quiet landing for boats far from any signs of settlement, so Ilmarsh is not within sight. You just assume that it shouldn't be much further. And
Way, yeah.
Quay, is that how you pronounce it?
Is that how you? Is that what it's? Is that the word?
Yeah, it's spelled like that.
Oh, yeah, with an A. Yeah, it's Quay.
Quay, okay. Some hard words today.
Because English makes perfect sense.
Quay. So, yeah, so you happen upon this quay. It's sort of curious that it's just out in the middle of nowhere. So, like, you raise your eyes and look around. Give me perception checks.
Perception.
I am rolling high today.
Anyone?
Emaírel does have dark vision, if it matters. 60
Okay,
feet.
yeah. Excellent.
And
And
Arronax apparently
Alhindri
does not.
has as low light as an elf,
Mm-hmm.
but she's kind of in her own world most of the time.
Uh-huh. Obviously. So, Emaírel, you do see two things. Well, the one thing is that you, like looking out over the bay, you see far in the distance, to be exact, something like 5 miles. Is that right? Yeah, something like 5 miles away from the shore. You see a sort of a rocky formation, like rocky islands of some sort, that jut out from the lake, like little needles of stone. And about 50 yards from the shore, between here and those rocks, you spot a single-masted trawler that seems to be fighting hard against the strong surf, the white caps. You can just barely make out the boat's name, Isinglass. Isinglass? On its prow. And you spot one lone figure scurrying about among several large tarp-covered objects that are lashed to the deck. And he's apparently attempting to manage both the sail and the tiller to right the vessel and bring it safely into shore, but it's pretty obvious that he's failing at the task and bound to crash at some point, getting tossed around by the elements.
Last time we tried to help someone, we almost got stabbed.
Yeah, he'll be fine. Besides, he's like miles away from us, right?
50 yards.
50 yards? Right, sorry, I misheard it then.
We should still probably do something.
Emaírel, sorry, Emaírel is going to dig into his pack for rope, although he's not sure he has. Let's see. What's the rate between feet and yards?
It's 300. It's 3 feet per yard, so he's 150 feet away.
Oh, I do not have enough for that.
I only have string and twine. Don't think that's gonna help much.
So
Oh.
yeah, it's moving. It's slowly. It's kind of like zigzagging. Like I said, it's getting tossed around by the wave, so it's not making a beeline for the shore, but it's getting tossed around, and it looks like it's slowly getting closer. You'd say it's like a minute or so away from crashing against the quay.
I want to do something, but I'm not entirely sure of my abilities. I'm trying to double check them real quick.
I had misunderstood. I thought it was getting pulled out by the
No.
current. So it's going. Okay. So
Yeah.
okay.
But
Oh,
it's
well,
coming, but it's coming in hard. Like
Okay.
it's definitely going to crash against the shore if it
mm.
continues on its trajectory.
Shoot. Why doesn't this have the information that I want?
While this is happening, Emaírel is going to cast Fly on himself.
I'll just hold
Hey.
his horse then. Now I'm blanking on horse terms. The bridle, right? Of his horse.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
bridle.
well, what are you doing with the bridle?
I hold it of Emaírel's
you-
horse. Yes.
Okay. All right. So Emerald casts fly on himself. Anybody else gonna do something?
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, and you said it's only like a minute out before
Yeah,
crashing.
yeah. You do
Actually,
fly.
Geier will cast the dancing lights to kind of illuminate a little bit and
Mm-hmm.
signal here.
All right.
Well, if it's only a minute out, he's there, hover over the I don't remember what you called it.
Way.
Wait.
I don't know the
The
boat itself.
trawler.
Trawler.
Mm-hmm. It's like a ship.
And-
Small ship, which shouldn't be handled by just one person. It's something that requires a small crew.
And he's going to tell the person, I can pull you out of there if you need.
All right. So.
Can he hear from the distance?
Yeah. Are you getting closer or?
Yeah, he's going to fly over and hover over
Okay.
the boat.
Hover over the boat directly. Okay, yeah. So when you do that, you get a better look at the person, and here he is. There he is, like white
Doesn't look like
hair.
he should be out.
What's that?
Doesn't look like he should be out in a storm in the night.
No, he's an elderly fella, ruffled hair and crumpled appearance altogether. And he is he wears a leather apron smock with unidentifiable stains and burns, and a set of goggles with multiple colored lenses that he has either pulled up on his forehead or wearing them like he does in this picture. His white hair is spiky from the wind and water and sticks out in tangles in all directions. He looks up at you, and he has an almost manic look with his red-rimmed, sleep-deprived eyes, and he yells up, "What? No, I should not. No, I cannot. Please, can you give me a hand, please? I cannot. This all of my inventions."
Awesome.
Well, show me what to do, and I'm not a sailor.
And he's just pulling on a rope that's not attached to anything.
Neither is he, evidently.
Do you know what
Just
to do?
follow the light.
You can roll a profession sailor check, which I know you've been skilling this whole campaign. No, but it's you can try it untrained, and or you can do a knowledge nature check or something like that.
Mm, 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 mm. Well, they both require training, so it's not going to change anything. Profession. It will be +0, and let's try nature. So 10.
Okay, so you hit 10 untrained. No. So it looks bad. Like this, you're not a sailor. You don't really know how to work with the elements here. You see that the tiller is just kind of flapping this way and that, which is probably not good. But he doesn't have enough hands on deck to keep it steady. But yeah, but you really don't have any way of discerning it in a good course of action here. And all the while he's drawing closer and closer to the shore.
Okay. Alhindri has something she can do. I guess if nobody else has anything.
Well,
It seems like everybody is pretty clueless.
I can't
Yeah.
actually do anything. I can throw a bomb at him.
I can make him afraid.
And in that case, Alhindri, who's been kind of like smitten with the rhythmic lapping of the waves that are being tossed up on shore here by the wind, and seems like she's kind of been like just fixated on that. Suddenly sees this trawler coming dangerously close to shore. She's like, "You're going to ruin the rhythm!" And as she does that, she's kind of out on the quay, and anybody who's nearby would suddenly see a sort of symbol, like a sign that flares and kind of floats just over her forehead. And as she does this, there's this great big ripple in the water, as if something just below the surface were swimming at full speed toward the boat.
God, it's not another dog.
And it can reach the boat pretty quickly if it's running. It has a swim speed, so it moves easily. And then I suppose it would just get in front of the boat and try to prevent it from crashing hard into the rocks or anything. If it's going to come ashore, trying to bring it ashore gently.
Okay. Can it do a strength check?
It can. Just a straight strength check.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I guess she wouldn't have had time to do anything else, so just a strength check. Here we go. A very average 10.
Okay, well, it's in a good position, and it's, I mean, it can repeatedly do so. So I see its modifier. Okay. Yeah. So it's just gonna sort of. You could see these rippling waves lap against the boat in a way that makes it clear that something inside the water is repeatedly like throwing itself against the boat to slow it down, essentially. Emaírel up ahead, and the guy on the boat also. You hear like the boom, boom of something big, banging against the boat. And it seems to be helping. He is slowing down, and the guy yells up at Emaírel. Yes, good man. Keep doing that. This seems to be helping. I think we're slowing down. Here, just let me grab. He runs over to the tiller, trying to get a hold of it. And he's like, bring her about. Oh. He's gonna continue to shout these completely useless instructions. At least they're lost on you, Emaírel. And the boat continues to zigzag and meander towards the shore, and it hits the quay pretty hard. Not as hard as it would have, but still hard enough to just kind of ram into it and slide a little bit onto it, so that it's actually ground or beached essentially. And you hear this horrible scraping sound as the stone of the quay grinds against the bow of the ship, and the guy on board, of course, gets toppled over by it, lands flat on his back, and then the little squall hits the shoreline and just douses all of you in rain, and you just stand there for a few moments, a couple of minutes. The guy is just lying there, breathing heavily.
Well, I will probably at this point dismount and see to him how he's doing.
And he looks at you when you climb on board. He says, I'm okay. Oh, my inventions! He says, and he jumps up and he runs over to the part of the ship that is covered in tarp, and he peeks under it, and he seems relieved and says, oh, excellent. Whew, that could have taken a really bad end. Thank you, flying elf friend. Whew. Oh.
Where were you headed?
Well, I was doing experiments with some of my newest inventions out there by the turn rocks. He says, points over at the rocks, and then he frowns and he says, should have hired some more capable help. What are you gonna do? It's just the locals around. Shouldn't never trust a layman to do a scientist's work. But well,
What kind of science are you doing in a boat this hour?
well, I was about to test my newest invention, but then the weather changed and my crew just bailed on me.
Where are they?
Sorry, what was that?
Where are they, your crew?
Well, they saw the storm coming and just jumped ship and swam ashore. Told me to come with them, but I couldn't leave my inventions. Would have sunk to the bottom of the goddamned Evelyn
What
Bay.
kind of invention is this?
Oh, it's a fantastic. I call it a subaqueous exploration and research vessel.
Sub what?
A subaqueous exploration and research vessel. And he looks at you as if that should tell you everything you need to know.
Yeah, and like, he will not, as he said, he was building a ship that travels under the water.
Why would anyone do such a thing? Sounds
Because I
needless
want to see if it works, he said.
What
He
did
says,
it work?
I have not yet had a chance to actually test it.
I see.
And thanks to all of this tossing around, I'm sure I'm gonna have to do some repairs on it now. Well, I thank you all. Are you heading to Ilmarsh?
Which way are you heading?
No, he's not heading anywhere. But he's asking you. Are you heading to Ilmarsh by any chance?
We're heading.
Yeah,
I guess we are.
Well, if you see those fishermen that I hired, just tell them I'm very displeased.
Of course. We will do that. Absolutely.
And Geier, Emaírel, and Arronax can, well, I would say roll a maybe wisdom check. Yeah,
Attributes.
wisdom. Wisdom would probably be right. Ooh, nice.
Oh, no.
Bad.
Second. Where's my wisdom check? Oof.
All right.
Yeah, and we
Well-
all have +0.
Well, that sounds like my favorite party. Well, Emaírel and Geier, you are just, you're done for the day. You just want to get to Ilmarsh and have this be over.
Tired.
Doctor, you realize that you know this man.
I do?
You all have actually met him before.
I thought he looked familiar.
He was
he on at the funeral?
at the funeral.
Hmm?
And you also remember him taking off in... No, I don't... let me check my notes. Well, he showed off some extravagant invention at the funeral as well. I think it was like a very complicated sort of carriage. But yeah, he was there, so didn't get a chance really to talk to him, but you've seen him.
So yeah, I guess at this point then Arronax will he was about to just like turn around, leave, then he will like blink and say like, oh, wait a second, weren't you by any chance an acquaintance of Professor Petrus Lorimer, good sir?
Lorimer? Oh, of course. He's unfortunately passed away not too long ago.
Oh,
I was at his... I
you're
was...
like, yes.
So were we.
Like
Oh,
I saw.
weren't you? He says. So you're friends of Lorimer's too, aren't you?
Well, we certainly were. Well, most of us.
Well, isn't that the occurrence of a very unlikely probability?
Well, you
Yes, you could call that.
you might say that probability could have been fate. Well, but we don't believe in fate, don't we?
Poppycock.
Yeah.
Right. Well, what brings you to Ilmarsh?
Oh, this and that. Well, in fact, we sort of looking into some professor's case, I suppose, of his demise lately. I mean, could you believe that he didn't pass away from natural causes, huh? Always adventuring, this professor of ours.
He did not. I had not heard anything about that. I'm sorry to hear that. This very well. And then he like just kind of drifts off in his mind, and he says, "Maybe I." And he goes back to his inventions and looks at the tarps, and he says, "Maybe I should actually oil the outside to keep it more better protected against corrosion and stuff." And he just kind of loses the thread of conversation, and you feel like maybe he doesn't even realize that you're still around.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Sir, the storm is... I mean, sorry, Professor, sir. The storm is coming. Perhaps you would rather dock and proceed tomorrow? There's hardly any light as well, and this little shiny things that I made, well, they won't last forever.
Oh, it's no way. The darkness already beast. Got them. And he just mutters and
yeah.
grumbles
Yeah.
about the state of the boat, and just kind of goes like, and climbs off the boat, and looks around. And he says, "Now, where did I leave my cart?" Then he sort of wanders off.
I wonder if I give him one of my restoration elixirs, it would help. That would be a science. Arronax says with a mild smile on his face.
What are you giving him?
I was thinking about giving him a lesser restoration to see if it will snap his wits about.
A lesser restoration.
Yes.
Oh, okay. He sees the extract, and he declines. And says, "Oh no, thank you. I'm not thirsty."
No. That's of
Yeah,
course.
and like I said,
Yes,
he
right.
just
Yeah.
kind of mutters and rambles and wanders.
I think we should find camp.
Yeah, I think it seems that. Do we even know his name? Actually, do we remember it?
Should probably ask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You don't remember it.
yeah.
You haven't been
So
introduced formally.
yeah, I have a feeling that this good gentleman has already experience of living in this place, so I suppose he should be fine. But I suppose indeed we should just call to him again, like in a loud manner, and say,
Yeah.
like, "Good sir, like, what? We didn't catch your name." And
And then the through the sound of the thunder, and his voice is carried by the wind as he yells back, "The name is Horace Kroon."
Horace Kroon. That's a good name, a scientific name.
And yeah, like I said, he
Kroon.
wanders off, and that'll be it for today.
All right.
I'm gonna head out because I am dead tired.